Yes, awesome. Oh my goodness, girl. So good to see you.
I'm so glad that this finally worked out.
I know it's been a minute between life prep, all the things. I'm glad we're
Yes.
able to finally connect. I'm going to do the intro and then I'll have you introduce yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Behind the Scene Late Night Grind. I'm your girl, Regina Perez Fitness. Ifbb Fit Model Pro, posing and competition coach. Here I have with me my amazing guest, and I'm going to have her introduce herself.
Hey guys, my name is Nicole Rallo. I am an IFBB Fit Model Pro as well. Do you want to say like a little bit about me or
Oh,
like
we
how do
we
you?
gonna we're gonna get into all of that,
Okay.
girl. So excited because this weekend you just stepped on stage. But I want us to backtrack just a little bit, and we will get into that about who you are. So I got a quick
Okay.
little this or that,
Okay.
and you kind of let the audience get to know a little bit about you. So, do you prefer morning or evening workouts?
100% morning. I will not work out in the evening.
Girl, it's so hard. I just want to get it done in the morning. Do you
Same.
prefer heels or sneakers?
Sneakers 100%.
All day, all day. What is your go-to for your pre-workout? Is it coffee, energy drink, some type of supplement?
Kind of coffee, because I mean, I'm up super early. My son is in high school this year, so his schedule is even earlier. So my coffee age is usually at 5:30 or 6, but I don't work out until about 8, 8:30. So
Okay.
I'll do like my pre-workout with whatever I'm eating. I'll make sure that I have something super high in sugar, super high in carbs, and I'll utilize that as my pre-workout
Okay.
over like a powdered pre-workout or something like that. That's not my jam.
Girl, I don't know what I be going through, but I just be thugging it out. I don't take nothing. I just be like, I live to live another day of prep. Okay. And then after like a long week of prep going hard, and I just more like weeks, what is your go-to cheat meal?
Probably a hamburger. I know that sounds
Oh, yes.
so stereotypical of
No,
all
that's
of us,
life.
but yeah, it's got the fats, the carbs, everything you need.
Yes. What's on it? Like, is it bacon, lettuce? Like, what's what?
Bacon and cheddar cheese. No garden, no lettuce, no tomato, no mayo, nothing. Like just bacon, cheese, the hamburger, some ketchup, the bun, that's it.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is life. People be so surprised. Like a hamburger just makes you feel so good, especially like Five Guys. Their burgers are so good.
So good.
So let's get into your fit model journey. How did you get into bodybuilding? Like, what led you to fit model?
So I actually didn't start working out until after I had my son. My son is 14. I did CrossFit for a little bit, and then I transitioned into running marathons. And then one of my good friends did the Beachbody Classic. Do you remember
Yeah,
Beachbody with like Sagi Kalev and Autumn, and they did like the container?
it
It was like
sounds
a
familiar.
it was like an at-home program that you could do. Like
Okay,
they did a bodybuilding competition, but they called it the Beachbody Classic. So
yeah,
anybody could enter. There was hundreds of people that did it.
yeah,
So I was in a group of like 250 women.
yeah.
And I did the Beachbody Classic and I did old school fit model posing, so bikini fan. And I got second out of
Oh
like
my gosh,
hundreds of
girl,
women.
that's amazing.
Second seems to be my thing. So
Oh my goodness.
So I got second, and then I was like, okay, let me try NPC, and then I did really well in bikini and
Yeah,
NPC. I always did natural competitions. I won masters overalls, would get first
nice.
and open. Like I did good. And then on a national stage, that was like a huge eye opener for me because I was not competitive on a national stage the same way that
Yeah.
I was on a regional stage.
Regional. Oh, girl, you're going right into
Yeah.
the next question, which is regionals versus nationals. And like you mentioned, for regionals, I mean, I don't know how many people in your class, but when I started doing bikini and we were doing the old school fit model pose,
Yeah.
classes were stacked. I had at least 20
Yep.
girls in my class. So very
Yeah.
competitive. And then back then for nationals, it was top 5 qualified. So now
Oh,
it's
okay.
top 2. So that's why it's
Yeah.
not as many people. But like, share with us your experience, going from regional to that national stage. What was the difference?
As a natural competitor, it was a huge difference. And because I was a baby still in the bodybuilding world, I did not really understand the difference between being natural and being enhanced
Yeah.
because I hadn't had anybody ever tell me about that. My coach knew, like, hey, here's the supplements I'm taking. He was not a pusher
Yeah.
of anything else. But when I got to a national stage, I could tell the difference. I'm like,
Hmm.
how are these girls looking like this? Like, I'm working my
Like, what are
ass
they
off.
doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the things that they were doing were things that I, wasn't willing to do. So my first national show, I was in the Sea of 16s, and then I came back and I got 8th place.
Nice.
And I took a break because my husband and I bought a house. I did
Life
have some,
happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had some health issues because my prep was really harsh. I'm only 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
So to get to the level of leanness that you need,
For bikini is
it,
insane. It's
yeah,
it's a whole nother level. And you bring
yep,
up a good point with what you're willing to accept as a competitor. We get into this, I want to be great, I want to be successful, I want to get first place,
yep,
but also knowing what your limits are, and you quickly identified I'm going to be natural. And same thing
yep,
for me as a natural competitor. I've had coaches be like, hey, you want to, I'm like, no, I'm good. And
yep.
I'm also in the Air Force, so they ain't going for that. So even if I wasn't, I still would say no, I'm good. But it's just like
Yeah.
I want to do this the natural way. I know it's going to take a little bit longer
Yeah.
as a natural competitor, but I'm okay with that. Slow and steady wins the
Yeah.
race. And so
I
for you,
I
you took a
just
little pause. Yep, go
I took a
ahead.
pause for health stuff and then I started with a different team, a different coach because I did gain a lot of weight. I did not reverse properly. I gained about 40 pounds on a 5 foot
Yeah,
structure, so it was a lot. So my initial goal was just to lose some weight, and I thought, okay, maybe I'll do OCB because
yeah,
I had done an OCB competition before, got second place again,
yeah.
and was told like you're too muscular for bikini, try figure. I'm like, I am
What?
not a big, yeah, I'm like, I'm not a figure girl.
I
Like,
don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that at
no.
all.
So that was my initial goal, and then Fit Model came out, and the Fit Model that came out is
Yeah.
very different than the Fit Model that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
there's
oh,
a
oh, you mean so last year you're saying, because so recently when you were doing the natural organization, because I've done that organization, I went pro as a bikini competitor and then came into this one. So this is recent as of the like last year you tried to do a show with
2020,
him.
2024 is when I
Okay.
started with
Oh yeah, that's still fairly recent. Yeah.
yeah. And I didn't do an OCB competition because I was like, okay, let me try Fit Model.
Yeah.
And it was very different at the start of 2025 to where it is now in August of 2026.
Yes.
So, I've evolved with it, but I was like, okay, this is the division that I fit in. It's
Yeah.
natural, it's
Yeah.
soft, it's feminine. I don't have to kill myself in the gym for this. Like, I
Yeah.
still have to work really hard, but
We do.
I'm
We
present with
do.
my family. Like it was what I wanted it to be. And then I did my first Fit Model show in DC in June of
Okay.
2025. Got my pro card at Universe.
Nice. Nice.
I was a second place pro card winner.
Yeah.
Second. Yay.
Listen, it don't matter. You got it. So
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
And then my first pro show was the New York Pro, which was the
Oh,
way
girl,
that
that was stacked. Oh
yeah,
my girl, I almost signed up for that. I was like, I'm glad I didn't because it was
yeah.
insane.
The way that I felt about the show was the same way that I felt about jumping from regional competitions to national competitions. I
Yeah.
went from just being, national, got my pro card, and
Yeah.
then went to New York Pro, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
complete, and like you said, when we first started off in Fit Model 2025 and coming into 2026, it is evolving. I do feel like we're still following the criteria. We're just a little bit
Yeah.
leaner. And that was one of the things I wanted to get into you or ask you about when amateur versus being a pro. Like, what was the difference in body fat that you saw? Cause I seen you, girl, and the pictures. I was like, "What picture you want to go here?" And I was looking at the picture, and I was like, "Girl, you are
Yeah.
lean."
Um, so amateur wise, I felt like it was more sustainable for lifestyle. Like
Yeah,
I was still lean, don't get me wrong.
you were. You were.
I think my stage weight as an amateur, I think I was like 106, 107.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be able to maintain that, but I could probably fluctuate 5 to 8 pounds around it and
Yeah.
I'd be fine. New York, I was, I think, 103,
Yeah.
but I'm 41.
Yeah.
Hormones play into every aspect of my
Oh,
life,
for
being
sure. Yeah.
41. I could tell there were certain areas in the pictures that I needed to be leaner in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will be
Girl, the
100%.
leg pose is definitely tricky for
Yeah,
us. Like, I just not, I hold a lot of weight in my lower body. My
same.
coach be like, girl, your thighs. I was like, listen, I'm gonna have to be like lean, lean, lean for them things to go. But
Yes.
yeah, so you were 103 going into New York and then coming into this upcoming show.
I was 98 pounds.
Yeah, girl. You looked amazing on stage though. Like
Thank you.
absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
Like that process from going to Universe, then going into New York. After New York, what kind of changed your mindset going into the show you just did this weekend?
So I was definitely determined to come in better. I didn't know what better looked like because I had never been there. So it was a conversation with my coach, like, hey, if you see dumb shit in my fitness pal, like call me out on it. Be like, hey, why are you eating this? Like I needed to make sure I had accountability on a
Yeah,
different level. And she definitely held me accountable.
that's
The
good.
one the one thing I didn't account for was life, right? Like life happens. It's summertime. I'm home with my son. Like it was just a whole thing
Yeah,
of I need to be held accountable, but I also need to live, and it's really hard
that
to be held to
balance.
it's hard to be held to a standard that you really want to be held to while also being present for your family. And that's kind of
Yes.
where I struggled a little bit going into the Pennsylvania Pro.
Yes, and you bring up a really good point. So for those of you that are looking to compete as pros, we also have to balance, and it's even more of a challenge because it's very competitive
Yeah.
when we get on stage in that mental resiliency of like, hey, I'm going to do well, but I also, like you said, need to be present for my family and be here. And sometimes that may include moving a show. Well, for us, if we sign a contract, we got to do it.
Yeah.
But for those who need a little bit more time, like, okay, there will always be shows. So just make sure
Yes.
you're in that moment with your friends and family as much as you can be without, taking those moments away. Okay, and so girl, so much I wanna know, I wanna know. And so going into this show this past weekend, like how did you feel? Did you feel like I'm ready or like what was going through your mind?
So I knew that this weekend was going to be potentially my last show for good.
Hmm.
I knew it was going to be my last show for the season. I was initially supposed to do the Gold Gyms class, Gold
Oh,
Gym.
next this
Yeah,
weekend,
yeah.
yeah, in North Carolina.
I was supposed to do that one and I pulled out of it
Yeah.
because I knew that my body physically was tapped out, my mind was tapped out.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired. Like that's kind of what I conveyed. But like
Yeah.
beyond prep tired, I was just broken down tired.
Yeah.
So going into Pennsylvania Muscle Pro, I didn't care.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
was like, this is my last show. Like, I'm going to go on stage. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to be
Yeah.
me. I'm not going
Yep.
to be who anybody else wants me to be. I'm going to show up as my most authentic self. I'm going to
Yes.
have fun. My husband was there. My son was there. My best friends were there. My dad and stepmom were there.
Yes.
And I will tell you, it's the most freeing thing in the world when you can step on stage and not give a shit about what happens.
Not be stressed. Yes.
And I
Yes.
showed up so confident. And like my
Yeah.
whole face was different.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I didn't care if I got last place. I did care if I got first because I knew I'd have to compete again. And I was like, please, Jesus, like I can't. I
Look, you
can't
have
do
to
it.
push at that point, but yes, yes.
It was just a nice feeling to just have fun and to
Hmm.
just be myself. And I thoroughly enjoyed every part of this past weekend.
That's so important. I was speaking to
Yeah.
one of our previous guests, and she mentioned like when she went and just had fun, she placed higher
Yep.
versus like stressing, like, oh my God, what's this? Da, 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 da. Like, because when you're on stage, the judges can feel and see all of that. You can't
Sure.
talk. So it's literally your presentation, your energy that you're bringing on stage that is going
Yep.
to set you apart. So if you're feeling unsure, stressed, it's going to show. And so
Yeah.
for you backstage, because I know everybody's looking gorgeous, competitive, like what do you do to stay in your zone?
I think there's a realistic part of me that can look at people and go, okay, well, she might beat me, but I don't care. Because I did what I could do for
Yeah.
myself, and
Yeah.
I can't compare somebody else's journey because I don't know what she did behind the scenes.
True. Very
I don't know
true.
if she's got a family. I don't know if she works. Like, I don't know if she went through X, Y, and Z. So for me to look at people and evaluate and kind of place them, I'm
Yeah.
just doing myself a disservice because it's apples to oranges on how we
And
live.
you never know what the judges are looking
Right.
for. Like
Yeah.
you just never know. This person in your head may like, oh, they look good. But then when you get on stage, the judges actually like your look a little bit better. So
Yep.
I just be like, I don't want to look at nobody.
And well, for me too, it's like I don't care that you look better than me. Like
Yeah.
I have a son, I have a husband. Like I'm dealing with all this stuff. Like I'm
Yes.
proud of myself.
Yes, you have things going for you outside of bodybuilding.
Right.
And I think that's so important for competitors. Like, don't just get trapped in like bodybuilding. Like,
Yeah.
have something outside going for yourself as well. And you bring up a good point, like looking at the other athletes. Because, like, when we went to nationals, it's very competitive for fit model athletes coming up. And if you're looking at the other girls, that's going to throw you off. Like, you need to be
Yes.
locked in on your presentation. Girls be backstage showing their pose that they do
Yep.
that to intimidate you. And that's
Yep.
cool if they do that. But ignore it.
Ignore it. Yeah.
Focus on you, focus on why you're here, focus on your prep, focus on your why when you step on stage. And so Fit Model is growing, which is absolutely amazing. I love it. What are some of the things that you are seeing that competitors are doing wrong that they could fix to go pro?
Oh gosh. I think posing is a big one.
For sure.
I think the front pose, there's so many different variations of it. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to adapt it to your body type, to where your lats sit, to your collarbone, to your shoulders, to your hips.
Yes.
And I think like if you are a competitor and you're watching a single pros account and you're like, let me pose like her, that's fantastic, but it might not work for you. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
huge mistake, is not posing to your advantages and not hiding your disadvantages. So for me, my shoulders are always prominent.
Yeah.
So for me to face the judges and, turn my body to them and show both of my shoulders, it's a disadvantage. So I have
Mm-hmm.
to pull back my back shoulder
Yep.
and they can only see one because I don't want to look too square up top.
Right.
So it's figuring out what works for you. I think posing is huge.
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
I really encourage the new competitors to grow naturally before depending on
Oh
something
yes. Yes.
artificial.
That
Um,
is a big one.
I don't think fit model competitors should be dabbling in that world, but
Because Fit Model is supposed to be introducing you into the bodybuilding world. Like if you already taken
yeah.
that, it's like
Where
what
do
are
you
you doing?
go
Like,
from there?
yeah, where how do you progress? So yes, naturally coming into the sport, seeing what your body can do on its own. I've seen
Yep.
ladies that are taking stuff and they're like, I've been taking it for a year. I'm like,
For
girl, what is
what?
the difference? Like
Yeah.
what is what? You still have to work out and put in the effort for those who I am a natural competitor, but I've seen those things that I'm
Yeah.
like, you still gotta put in the work. You still gotta do nutrition, you still gotta do
100%.
the workouts. It's not just, oh, I'm taking this, I'm gonna grow. No,
Yeah.
it
I
doesn't work
mean,
like that.
the other thing is balance too. Don't give up your marriage, your family for
Oh,
a
yeah.
plastic trophy that you can buy yourself on Amazon. Like just don't do that. Like there's
Yeah.
an end date to shows and you still have to return to your mom and your dad and your brothers and your sisters and husbands and wives and all those things. And
Hmm.
I think it's just so important, and I don't think balance in that aspect gets talked about enough.
Yeah.
And I don't think like the suffering part of prep gets talked about enough and how that affects personal life. So it's figuring out the balance as a new competitor.
Oh yeah. For those
Yeah.
of you who are just coming in, some of the things that amateurs are trying to like fast track, but they need to think about number one, like I said, posing,
Yep.
super important. Even for myself, each show I got a different pose because I'm figuring out what works best because
Yeah.
my body
Same
is
here.
changing every single time. So it has to change. Also, as you mentioned, being a natural competitor coming into it. Like, give your body time to
Yep.
grow. And then the third thing, balance. You know, some people like, oh, peak week, I'm super angry. I'm like, no, you should want to respect those people that are around you and
Yep.
supporting you. And yes, there's going to be time when you're irritable, but that doesn't mean be mean. So I try to be as kind
Yeah.
as I can. And when I feel like I'm getting to know, I'm like, okay, give me 2 minutes.
Yep.
Give me 2 minutes. And so for you, you definitely represent Beauty and Beast Mode. What does that mean to you?
I think finding beauty in your own image of what a beast looks like, right? So for me, a beast is like being a badass in all aspects of my life, not just
Mhm.
in bodybuilding, but showing up for my son. And, he's heavily involved in theater and showing up for that community and volunteering and giving back and showing up for my husband. And he's also in the Air Force. And
Oh,
he
nice. Go Air
yeah,
Force.
he's a pilot. So like being present for him when he's home and being beastly everywhere else.
Yes.
And then the beauty of it is that you
Right.
live this fulfilled life in
Yes.
all the areas, not just in one niche little box.
Yes. I love that, girl. That was spot on. And then for you, because I don't know if y'all know, but me and her met. We met at the posing clinic earlier this year. Been connected ever since. We're actually going to be together in September for the upcoming one. So I'm excited to see you again,
Yes.
girl. Let us know what upcoming, events, competitions, or where we can find you social media wise to stay up to date with your journey.
So social media wise, it's just my Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's Nicole A. Rallo. I don't even know. Like but shows, I'm going to take a really long break. I want to go to the gym for fun without the stress of
Yeah.
competing. I just want to kind of come down from the competing high a little bit.
Mhm.
Events, I love to help with posing because posing is one of those things that I work really hard at because it can change your entire physique
For sure.
based
Yeah.
off of how you turn your toe. Um,
Yes. Especially
so
that front
it's,
pose to fit model.
yeah.
Like, girl,
So
yes.
it's nice to teach the NPC athletes that, like, I love giving back. I love doing it on a volunteer basis because competing is expensive. So
Mhm.
anything I can do to help cut costs for other competitors, like, that's my jam. Like, that's why I drive an hour and a half to the shop gym and I do it. So that's really
Yes.
the only thing on my agenda besides just living life.
I love it. Well, girl, I appreciate you so much. I'm glad we finally got to
Yes.
link up. And look, this is perfect timing because you got to share your experience on this past show and coming up from an amateur athlete up into a pro and doing 2 pro shows and sharing your experience. So I really appreciate it, girl.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yes, for those of you who are tuning in, be sure to tune in every Monday at 8 p.m. where we interview some of your favorite competitors. And always remember to be a beauty in beast mode.
Thank you. Bye.